Hello everyone, Sargon, Destroyer of Worlds here, and welcome to a new series, Farthest Frontier. This is a survival city building game. It is a little different than Timberborn and Beavertown that we currently have underway, but this will be very interesting. I've played this a little off camera, and I do want to dive in and get into this. So we're going to start a new settlement. And we have 3 levels that are out of the gate here. Pioneer, which you can see is much easier with resources and, such as hunting and wildlife that you can get, and less hostile resources. All the way to Vanquisher, which is the other side, where you get less starting resources, hunting and wildlife, a little more aggressive, and hostile forces, and more healthcare adversity. So Trailblazers right in the middle. Now, we do come with a number of maps. So the easiest, which is what we'll do, is we'll go to Idyllic Valley, and then we have the difficult Arid Highlands. Alpine Valley is a little difficult, but not too bad. Lowland Lakes, Plains, or you could just do random. So we'll do Idyllic Valley. Now, we do have the ability to change the map size. We will go large. Now, you also have the ability to do Pacifist mode, which he disables the raiding parties, the invading armies, and aggressive animals, but no, we're gonna deal with all that. We have the ability to randomly generate a settlement name. Bourbontown, I kind of like that. But we're actually gonna go, you know what? We're gonna go with Stark's Corner. And then we're going to go advanced settings. Just have a look. So you can change any of these to kind of make your own difficulty. You also have the ability to re-roll the map seed. So this is something cool. Not a programmer, but my understanding is basically you can replay this because even playing on Idyllic Valley, this map seed functionality will completely generate a random map. So let's jump right into this. Okay, so we start here, and this is our villagers that we have. We've scouted the surrounding area, so we need to choose a site to construct our town center. And as you can see here, there's a tip. It's important to choose a location that's near the resources you'll need to build a successful settlement. Things like clay, iron ore, and potential food sources. So the game's going to remain paused until we get things placed. You can kind of see we've got this hilly area, which we do have the ability to flatten terrain. We've got some bodies of water, which is going to allow us to do fish. You can see a fishing icon here, so it's good to be close to that. Now, hitting F, you can bring up an overlay for fertility. And obviously the darker green here is more fertile land, so it will be great for farming. So we will want to have proximity to those areas. Although there doesn't appear to be one continuous area here. Well, this isn't too bad, so just want to avoid the yellow. Ooh, we've got this little island area. That's cool. I'm not sure if our guys can reach that. We'll have to find out. I've not come across that before. So we got a lot of stone over here. So this isn't very fertile, but it might be a great spot to build a city center. We've got some nice dark green over here. Let's see, what else do we have? So this actually might be a great area to build out our farming. So a lot of great spots. I am hoping to come across some deer, which I'm not specifically seeing. You can see all these icons here for greens and herbs. Oh, there's some deer over here. So being close to deer would be very helpful because they are a source of food and hides as well. But being over here, now I haven't come across any clay, which would be nice, but we got all this wonderful stone. But plenty of fish over here. Lots of herbs. So it can be a challenging decision as to where you'd want to start. Now, on a map like this, you probably can't go too wrong. We got herbs. Yeah, I think we're going to go on the north side of the map. That makes the most sense. You got this stone here, which is helpful. Some more stone up here. But I kind of like starting in this area, even though there are no deer that I can see, at least to start. But we will have the ability to explore, and we kind of just need to remember to go out west as necessary. And what I also like about building this over here, it provides a natural defense, because there will be folks who will want to come and raid us. So let's place our town center here and let's get things started. So we have 12 citizens, 7 adults, 5 adolescents. You'll see housing shortages and firewood is low. So 2 things we definitely need to work on. We have our storage cart, our oxen cart. We'll move this out of the way. And I do want them to prioritize building this town center. We'll come and build some roads along here. And I do want to provide a 1 square space. So I think we'll have to wait for that stone to be removed. So what we can do here is we can come and harvest. And we want them to harvest the stone. We can get them to get rid of these trees here. So this will give us access to some wood. In fact, we're probably moving this a little too far. We want to keep them close to where we're actually building. So we have folks hard at work here. Now, we will want to build out a bit of a network of roads here. So we can actually connect that there. They'll remove that stone in due time anyways. And then what we'll do is we're going to run some roads up as well. Keep them straight. What's really cool is look how we can just curve these roads as we're laying them. Really nice feature. Now we are going to, let's actually leave some space here as well. 3, 4, yeah, why don't we leave this space for some additional things. And we are gonna come in here to housing. Oh, sorry, we have to wait for this to be finished, which is prioritized, but we need logs. So let's get more people clearing trees here. So we have 9 logs to go. In fact, we're going to put everybody on this that we can. So they'll get the logs. 4 to go. So this is a nice area, well defended. Yes, we do need to worry about attacks as we have raiders and armies that will come. But also, nice view for the town center. This is, as we develop this out, this is going to look pretty darn good. So we can actually speed things up here ×3. So we have man hours now going here. And now we have our town center built. Slow things down. We'll come in and to our housing now. Just hit tab to rotate. So the housing does not need to be right on the road. But I think to start we will. So we will put 3. And then here, we'll put 3 as well. And we can actually run a road behind them here as well. Oop, gotta make sure we hit the right key. Oop, and I think we have a house that's being... Oh no, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, we have predator sighted. This is not good. So who is being attacked? Wanana. Okay, so Wanana's gonna run here. Oh, they already killed, that is good news. This wolf, I think that came in, bit off a little more than they could chew, which is definitely good for Wanana. Now, as you can see, we have the housing shortages, so that will come along, but firewood is low. This is actually pretty bad. We're gonna have to figure out where we're going to want to put our firewood. And I think what we'll do is we'll look to build out industry this way. So we'll run a road out this way, and we will come into, where are we? I think it's in resources. Yeah, firewood splitter. So one thing you can tell here is you got this little red-orange desirability. So that's not good. And another way to see desirability is in this top right corner of the firewood splitter, you see a double down red. So that means this will very much negatively impact desirability. So we can build that out here. Get that going. In fact, this is something we're going to prioritize as well, because we need wood to survive the winter. Without that, this colony, this village, this adventure will end prematurely. Now, while that is being built, we will need to come in and get food. So I do not believe we have any deer, but we will build a hunter's cabin. And the reason why is, and we'll build it all the way out there. And that's the nice thing about this. You do not need to build your resources anywhere near your actual roads. Ooh, you know, speaking of roads, that looks like it kind of ducks in there a bit. So we'll worry about that later. So the other thing is we have a nice little fishing symbol here. So you don't need to fish exactly here, but there's just a higher concentration is my understanding of this. So we're going to come in and put a fisher shack, or a fishing shack. So we will put this down by the river, because that makes the most sense to me. As you can see here, we have people wishing to join our settlement, so we need food, and 4 months of food and 6 houses. So houses are being built. So we are going to put a fishing shack there. And we'll run a road network up. Roads aren't necessary, but they will travel faster. The other thing is we got this great willow down here, which will help with baskets. We have a blueberry bush. We do have some hawthorn here. But maybe there's a better spot to start. Yeah, we got all these blueberry bushes. And some herbs and some willow here. So we're going to come in and build a foraging shack. So we'll build this. Find a nice spot here and place it there. So things are really starting to come along. So that's nice. Got our town center. People are working. And to get to the next level, which is going to take us a bit, we need to get 8 shelters built, a market, and have a population of 30. Those things will come. It's not a very difficult task or objective to achieve. But but it will take just a bit of time. So we have our fishing shack almost done. We do need to come in and provide water. So if we come into resources, so we need a basic well. And find a spot. Now, unfortunately, we built too close here, so we can't achieve that water bonus. But we can look to put one along here. So let's put one. Yeah, the water is not too good. We need a spot for 4. So we do get some better water over here. So 63, 64 bonus. Yeah, so let's build one right there. Oh no! Somebody died of an illness. Oh, she was the one that was attacked. Oh. May she rest in peace. So you know what that means? I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this space here for a graveyard. So let's come in, keep the game going here. So come up to amenities and services, a graveyard. So we will make this a central part of our village life, and we're going to put a graveyard right here. So I think with that, we're going to try to reserve this area for our trading center, which is yet to come. Build it over here, but we'll figure out which side of the town center we want to put it. We do have 4 shelters built. Now, what I would like to do is start our farm fields, because they will take a while to get built. But we have this beautiful land here. So let's do 10 by 10. We'll leave a space. We'll get those fields started. Oh, you know what? Hang on. So we're going to come in. We'll just demolish that. Demolish that. Let's come in and get our road network put in. There we go. We got that started. Now let's get our road running up here just to make sure we're square and it's hip to be square. So once again, we'll come in and we'll do a 10 by 10. And we will start a second farm as well, 10 by 10. And we will run a road in between these. Oop. Okay, let's make sure the game is running. There we go. So those farms will pay off. Now, speaking of payoff, did the hunter come across anything? Does not look like it. So let's see if we can change where he's targeting. Okay, so our graveyard is built. Bring out our dead. Oh yes, we already have dead. That is very, very sad. So what we can do with the hunter's cabin as well, we can change their circles. So maybe if we expand them out here, that will help. Firewood is now in 6 of the shelters or homes. That is good news. We're still waiting on the forager shack to be built. Maybe we need some more lumber. So we've got plenty of things marked to be harvested. So it's just a matter of time. So they're working hard to finish the graveyard. We're pouring Winona. And then this is one thing I wish you could click on the actual villager, but you can't. Maybe in a future update. Our food, we have 5 months of food. As you can see up here, food stores. Which some of that comes from the cart we start with, so we're gonna have to make sure we get things well stocked. And that's where things like our fishermen are going to become very important. And actually, let's change their spawn. Okay, yes. Come on, come on. We will put you to work. I mean, welcome. So we've got the fishermen focusing here. We now have a forager shack. Now what is nice about this, if you look at the bottom, you can see how the food sources change based on where the circle is. I think that's a good spot to start. Let's do that. So next, if we come in, we have a lot to do. We can't do a lot of stuff, including getting a market going, until we get a saw pit and a storehouse. So I think if we come down to resources, the saw pit requires a stockyard first, so we'll go back to storage. So we will do this, and we have our little industry kind of starting down here. So we'll put this here. Oh, they're asking for a market. Yes, it is on the to-do list. The other thing is, let's start building out a bit of a frame here. A little bit of a network. Okay, so let's, we can get things going a little faster. Smokehouse is going to become very valuable. You notice how it's also very undesirable, so this can come out over here. We'll just have to be mindful as to how close we get. So we can build that back here. And I mean, how close we get to our homes. So we might be able to build another row of homes here and then put some other, you know, neutral-ish buildings that aren't impacted by, you know, things like this industry here. So, okay, so that is well underway. A lot of happy folks. I think we can continue. Oh, predator sighted. Let's pause the game. Where is the predator? They are currently chewing on the building. Okay. Or maybe they were attacking Hernan. He seems to be okay. So I have to keep an eye on things. We might want to build another hunter shack out here. So what we can do is kind of keep an eye on our professions here. We have 7 laborers. I believe that's 4 builders. Hey, we just got a new villager. Food stocks, got it. You'd like more food, so would I. We have people working on the farms, fishermen. Okay, so things are coming along. As winter approaches, you can see its seasons are really beginning to change. Looks like Iran is doing okay. So they're going to stop, yeah, working the farms due to it being winter. I think what we'll do is we will Put a road behind it here as well. Oh, look at that. Lovely snow. Looks so beautiful. Looks gorgeous. So winter is here. Nice thing is the fishing shack still operates during winter. It'd be cool when this does happen. Oh, another predator. It'd be cool when this does happen that you maybe see a little ice fishing hut out here on the frozen water. So we have another predator. Where are we? Okay, so we're not far from the hunter's cabin. Oh, and yeah. Hunter took care of things. Good job, Hunter. That makes things a lot easier. Oh, and I still messed up what I was doing here, I think, so it is what it is at this point. I wanted to run the road through here. Hard to tell where I put the road. Looks like it should be there. So we'll see come spring what's going on with the road. And unfortunately, one of the things too is, although we have our first death in the village, it would be cool when you click on the graveyard or the gravestone, it tells you who died and when. You know, they have the information. Is this another predator or? Yes, it is. But please continue to. Okay, predator gone. Yeah, come in right by the hunter's cabin. Love it. So we have 2 months worth of food. That is not good. But these farms will get going here. So I believe we're now at hours left to clear. Yeah, so this farm, they got a lot of people working on this because they're not having anything else to do. So let's see what else we need to build to get things going. And let's just slow things down to maybe a 2 times speed. We need a root cellar. We need a storehouse. And we need a stockyard. Sorry, I have the stockyard already built. So what we're going to do first, though, is we are going to lay out another grid of homes. Get things here. Actually, I'm going to pause the game momentarily. And we'll run that road, I think, still through. And there we go. This time we're only going to leave a 1 road through. And this is just on the edge of the desirability. Okay, so what this gives us is this is the boundary of where we can place some of these buildings that don't have any impact on desirability. But it's good to have close. So we have a storehouse. So kind of put this, I think, on Main Street. And then what we can do is a root cellar to store food. Now, I think this is going to be good to have near our farms. So we'll put that out over here. Okay, so we get things going. Oh, what I do want to do is we're going to stop construction of, I think most, if, yeah, let's just stop. Oh, make sure I'm hitting the right thing here. We're going to stop construction on all these. So these are just placed as placeholders, so we can get things kind of framed out. Because I do want them to focus more on our storage buildings here. In fact, this root cellar is going to be very important, so let's prioritize it. From resources, we do need a sawmill, so this is also a negative industry. Wow, and you can see how much this adds to the redness. I think what we'll do let's continue that road through. And we'll put that over here. And this industry will also require access to water. And that will help put out fires and the like. So we will put that right here. I think that's going to be very helpful. Got access to a lot of stone. In fact, let's make sure they're collecting this as well. Beautiful access to stone. Now, we haven't seen any access to clay yet, so hopefully that is on this map. Otherwise, we're going to have to trade for it. So making quick work of this field. I wish they were finishing this one first, but they know what they're up to. Oh! He's found some deer. Or at least a deer has found him, so that is good news. So maybe what we're going to do is let's just send out folks to explore this area. And maybe we can actually find where the deer call home. Now the farms themselves will attract deer as well, so that is good. Now this is our logs, which we are working on. So now that we have our saw pit up and running, unable to work. Oh, I guess they just need materials is my guess. So maybe what we can do too is have them harvest the trees and bushes over in this area. So it's looking good. So we can build a compost yard. I don't think we want to do that yet. A Fletcher building. This is going to be good. So this produces bows and arrows, which the hunters need, and eventually those that will defend us. So this building doesn't have any impact on desirability, so we can place that as a buffer between some housing. Oh, I guess I had one accidentally built. That's fine. We'll need the space anyways. So that is good. Eventually the compost yard, but we have other things being built. We don't need any lookout towers yet. And we'll do decorations. I don't think we'll do that in this particular episode. We're just going to focus on getting to the next tier. And we will need access to the market. So this saying we need a hunter cabin, which we have, storehouse, and a basic well. I thought we had... Oh, it's because it's not yet finished. So getting access to that tannery is also going to be good. Because these things will also produce goods later on that we can trade and make money from. So those are all very good things. The fisherman here has caught 237 fish last year. That is good for us. We have our root cellar. Oh, another predator. So the root cellar, eventually we're going to have to get the ability to create barrels, which will reduce spoilage. And we do have the ability to control what gets stored here, but for now we've only got the one. But that is good. So predator. Ah, we have well placed this hunter's cabin. And as you can see, the wolf is attacking, and the wolf is no more. And our hunter has produced 360 meat, 6 pelts, and 12 tallow. Is that the fat, I believe? So, very productive hunter, even though we actually don't have a deer stand around. So, perfect. So let's get... We'll get the farm prioritized so we can actually get some crops in the ground. There we go. So we'll just pause it briefly, and then I want them to come over and prioritize the storehouse. So we're going to come into crops. And so let's have a look here. So the field's got decent fertility, but lots and lots of weeds. So I really think what we're going to do, and this is a tip I've picked up from somebody else, is we're just going to do a rotation of peas, not that will be planted this year, clover, and then field maintenance. Can we get that? Ooh, thought I closed that. Don't want to expand the crop field. Clear this. So I think it's, was it beans or peas? So sorry, it's peas that we want. Clover and field maintenance. So we're just going to repeat that for the next few years. Click on the right one. As you can see, these you can move and slide around if you need to, depending on, but you can't make them jump. So if you need to reorder them, you have to delete and move them. That might be a nice add-on feature. Okay, so we're just going to do that for the first go around. So we got things going here. And actually, one of the things we were talking about during winter, and yeah, I mucked that up even though I deleted things. So we will, which is fine, we can have some interesting road patterns. Just extend that over here. So we got a little jog. That is fine. Get that connected there. Hopefully that connects as well. I do find sometimes this is a little finicky. And you just have to run it a little further. Or just play with it a bit and then you get it to connect. This is prioritized, but it's definitely taking some time to get done. So let's put some more workers on it, because this is holding up other production. Okay. So a villager was sick, I didn't even notice, and they're cured. Good for them. A lot of farmers working out here. Exploration is, I believe, starting to happen. But they didn't go around in a circle, so I don't know. They're taking the long way to get things done. But that's fine. We're fine. Hey, we just got 2 new villagers. Our food stores, yeah, they're going to be a little low until this starts producing, which we actually won't be gaining any crops until the next rotation, the next season. So maybe let's have a look-see. Oh, we don't have a lot of laborers, so we really got to be careful about what we're building here. So if we have a look, yeah, we got a lot of folks working on the farms. So maybe we can decrease that. I think that's going to help us. Because everybody is kind of focusing on that farm, which isn't even prioritized. And maybe the issue there is, given it's a 10 by 10, just assign a lot more farmers to that field. Yeah, so there's 5 assigned to this field, 5 assigned to this field. But yeah, okay, so maybe what we'll do is decrease that, because we want this done. Please build the storehouse. Please, people. because we can't really build anything else that we want. So this tannery, which is the next thing up, it takes the things like pelts and, you know, water, which thankfully we have a well right next to it to produce some clothing. And then the cobbler store, once again, we also need the storehouse. So these two things are going to be pretty nice to get going. I will definitely put the tannery over here. But until we get that going, or this done, which almost, we need one more log. You bring in the log, there we go. And now we just need a few people to actually take all those logs. And this is really cool. I really like this. There we go. Our level 1 storehouse. So this means we can now get to things like the tannery. So the tannery has negative desirability. So we will want, in fact, this looks really negative. I think we'll put that on this side of the industry. Maybe we'll put that right there. And then the next building, we can come in the cobbler. And maybe we'll put the cobbler, yeah, put him. Let's have a look-see. Back that off a bit. Yeah, we put that right there. And then we can run a road right through. There we go. So they're already making quick work of it. They've got planks coming in, got the stone. Tannery building, that's just needs 3 more logs. Well, that's because all the guys working on the farmer fields are basically done at this point. Oh, because it's winter. Because it's winter. Winter is coming. So our goal today will be to get the market up. So we have everything from a resource perspective. Wait a minute, did we build a basket shop? I can't remember. So we have a Fletcher building, cobbler. Actually, it's this way you can see it. If it's active, we can come into the professions here. And do we have the basket maker? No. And do we have the no? And actually, there is a candlestick maker. So we did miss that. So let's come into and grab the basket shop. This has no impact on desirability, but it'll be good to put out this way as well. So it's a great way to get stone is place it on top of stone. Oh, I love this. Look at the textures here. So, as you know, probably from seeing some other videos on my channel, I do play City Skylines as well. And I would love to see seasons like this where not only does the snow fall, it looks real, covers things, but not everything. Oh, man. And the snowfall, yeah, this is just beautiful. I like all these little tracks and all that stuff. Looks great. So we have plenty of firewood up here. Stone is okay. We haven't come across clay yet, which I'm a little worried about. But we have food. And we have plenty of people coming in. One of the things we have not been doing is moving our ox cart around. So maybe we'll do that. Get the ox cart down here. It is a mobile storage. Okay, so we have our everything's going here. Everybody's probably fairly happy. Yeah, things are going well. See, now this is closer. People just need to come to the storage cart to pick things up. So let's look at our town center. We need 8 shelters built, so we will turn on 1 more shelter. See any further along than the other? It does not appear to be, so let's enable this one. Get things going. Now if we come in and we do need to find the market, so this is something we do need to get built. So the market actually has a positive impact on desirability. So if we were to build that here, and we could change the road layout a bit, that catches everyone. So let's do that. We will place the market there. And that will help improve desirability. So it's not something we've talked about, but the desirability will improve, I believe, things like taxes. So currently not seeing it here. Structural integrity, I think this is something that is new. So this is still early access, so they are adding and tweaking things as we go. So these folks need more access to water. So let's look to add that, and perhaps what we can do is add a well behind here, or we could add another one here, get a small bonus. Look to maybe, oh, a lot of good bonuses here. Dude, he's gonna add one there. Crops lost to wildlife. So you can see here we got the deer, and maybe what we need to do is we will bring our circle for a hunter back in. Look at all of them coming in, just chowing down. Just chowing down. So we will have to put up some fences. Now the question is, turn our fertility back on. I think we're going to do another set of 10 by 10 fields in this area, which means we will relocate the hunter shack. But I think what that means, if we were to come into our walls, is it here? No, we need to come into walls and defenses, and we can just put a regular fence in. Where, oh where? Let's just measure out the farm area first. What do we have here? Oh, I'm still on fence. No, 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 no. Don't build the fence. Click the farm. Okay, so we do have the road we can build up here, which is fine. And then what we're going to do is start by building a fence along here. And as well, we will put a continuous road network around. And then we'll come back to our fencing. So that should begin to help. And we can add some gates in through some roads as they get expanded out. Hey, we're almost at 30 villagers. So that is one of the things next to the market that allows us to upgrade our town center. And this needs planks. It's got all the stone it requires. But let's prioritize the building of our market, put more resources on it. Speaking of resources, we'll come back and have a look. 8 laborers, we're doing okay. Now, oh, I think we missed assigning crops here. So once again, we're going to do peas, clover, maintenance, peas, clover, maintenance, peas, clover, maintenance. Because these things do improve fertility. See, impacts for fertility, 1%. So that is good news. They're frost tolerant, so they're great to start at the beginning of the year. The clover, as you see, does impacts fertility by 3%. Works on suppressing the weeds. And then we have the farmer, which will work on reducing the weeds and rocks. So you can see lots of weeds, a lot of rockiness. So by improving those things, we'll actually improve the effectiveness of the fields. So we're almost done. Let's get this guy going here. Are we we were paused. Like, why is this taking so long? It's one of those things, just difference with some of the games. So even though I'm looking at 2x speed here in the bottom left, I got to keep an eye on whether... So that is currently playing, but if I hit the space bar to pause, you'll see the play button. So just need to kind of think it's the opposite. And of course, if you don't see folks moving, kind of like Westworld, like where all of a sudden everyone's kind of just stopped. And then they're going again, magically. So this will get this built here. We got folks running around. Let's get the oxen cart over. That will help have things produced a little faster. We'll check on our harvesting. So people are working on rocks, but we need to remove some trees. So a great area to be to remove is some of this stuff, because this is site of future farms. So that will be a big help. So we'll actually maybe move the cart on this side. And where's our sawmill? Right here, hard at work. We have 2 folks working on it. Going well. While we're over here, build a nice little frame there. Looking good. Not sure what we'll do here, so maybe the trade center will go here. Kind of leaning towards over here. We can just move the fishing shack, which is fine. Of course, we could also move it here as well. So there's plenty of options. And then once we decide on that, we might just do a nice little winding road to connect these places up here. But we'll figure that out once we're ready to actually place that. But I'm really keen on getting this market built. We should have a look at our housing. I think we should probably allow another shelter to be built. That's going to help. Now we still have room for 4 citizens, but we do want room for, see, we've got 1 infant. And as well, we want to make sure that if there's a large group, we actually have homes for them. Now, I do believe that if we have no housing available, we can still get them. They'll just be homeless. So that isn't good. So something to always nice to have is some homes available for people to occupy. So this one's almost done. They got all the logs. And this is almost done here. It's looking good. Come on, everyone. Let's finish. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice that. We still need 28 planks. So it's still going to take a bit of time. What do we have in... Hey, look, 3 new villagers, 2 new born. And if we hadn't built that extra house down here, we would have had homeless folks. So let's avoid that. We can build another one as well. So let's have a look. What do we have in here? We have stone, some herbs, some willow, arrows, some weapons. So there's not much that's actually going in here that is of value to this particular build. Now you have this wonderful woman running around. She's going to the building site. Where's she going? Oh, she's doing building site stocking. Oh, she's working on this home. So that's what folks are doing here. And you notice people with baskets. So that makes them much more efficient to things that they can carry. And where did we build basket maker? That's the tannery, the saw pit, yeah, the basket shop. So that is a huge help. Makes them much more efficient. And these are things that when traders come, will find of very high value. At times, sometimes. Depends on the trader. So, which we'll get into later. So just looking here, we've got our laborers. So I think we can put more folks back on the farms. And why don't we look at building another forager? And they've got plenty of food. I like the idea of them collecting more willow. There we go, got the icons back on. Medicinal roots. So this is a great spot over here to do some collection. There's hazelnuts and hawthorn berries and mushroom clusters. Ooh, deer sighted. So I think we're going to do two things. We're going to build. So coming into our food production, we're going to build a hunter's cabin. And maybe we'll build that just up over here. And then we will come in and do another forager shack. And we will build that right here. Now, as this begins to clear out, we're going to have to put a gate in. So maybe what we'll do is we'll stop the building of the fence on a wall and roads. There should be, there we go, fence gate. So folks can come in and out of this. And just to mark it off, we'll put a small little bit of road there. So the folks here in this forager shack will be able to come in and out. So that'll be very nice. So we got this beautiful farm fence being built. Or maybe a nature reserve fence, which is my favorite in City Skylines. And our population is doing great. And we're just still a few planks short, 8 planks. At some point we'll be able to upgrade our, there we go, saw pit. But that's going to require us to get the town center upgraded. So it'll be a while before we can do that. So let's open up another shelter for construction. Well, you got a lot of access to rock here. That is very good. But it's nice too, knock on wood, we haven't been attacked by any wolves or anything from this zone over here. So that's nice, and we seem to have scared them away so far. Now we have our hunter's cabin here. And we're just going to put the circle of hunting kind of, actually let's make sure it's a little more centered on them. There we go. You can see here as winter comes, this fence is extending, and we'll continue to extend that further. It's nicely built over here as well. And then once we're ready, we'll move, and we'll do that next episode. We'll move the hunter's cabin, I think. But for now, they're in a good spot. Be able to get things sped up here. We'll get through winter. Hopefully get our last 2 planks so that we can get the market built, which is the last condition for us to upgrade the market. Or, sorry, upgrade the town center. But we can't do that this episode because we'll need more and more planks. So as we anxiously await the completion... Oh, and there's some iron ore here. Oh. That might be problematic given our... And coal. At some point, we're going to have to rethink where our citizens are living. But that is not today. As night falls and winter ends, so does this episode. Because our market is built, been fairly successful. We've only lost 1 villager. But we have a nice village started. We have some fields. We have our town center, which we'll soon be able to upgrade. And we have a nice little industry going. So things are looking good here in Stark's Corners. So I would like to thank you for watching and hope to see you next time. Bye for now.